All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Horsemen of the Apopclyopse. There we go. I said it. It didn't take me like 4 times. So now don't ask me to say it again because I can't. Tonight's going to be real exciting, guys. I think for us, at least, we've been really jazzed about this subject all week since we came up with the idea. We're going to talk about, so you want to start your own channel. What does it take to start a channel? What are some ways to maybe bring some funding into you without being monetized here on YouTube? Because I'm far from it. Most of us are. Now, there's one channel, he's inching his way there. He will be there before the end of the year, I guarantee it. But the rest of us, we've got some time. So how do you do that? You know, where do you source stuff and who to reach out to? Sometimes who not to reach out to. There are companies out there you don't want to deal with. So if you guys are ready, I'll bring you in. We got Jeremy from Let's Start a Pop Collection. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
He's our resident accountant this evening. And we're going to bring Danny in from Below Average Gaming Dad. And Rob, he was actually on time tonight, early. So anybody who had 5 minutes late on the chat, you're wrong. Sorry.
You're not getting that bingo.
No bingo.
Not getting that bingo, yeah. So.
Did you watch his IG live and decide to just ruin it? Is that what happened, Rob?
No. Actually, I messaged him because I really thought I was going to be late. I was up at the gym and I messaged him like, dude, I'm at the gym. I'm leaving here in a few. I'm going to run home, shower, change, and then I'll probably be a few minutes late. And I don't know how the hell that happened because if I sit on my sofa, I'm late every time. But I'm out running around doing things. I'm on time. I can't explain it.
Mickey is impressed by the tie.
Mitchie, I got you.
Thank you, Mitchie. We also have another new face to the group. He's joining us for the first time tonight.
Finally.
He is no stranger to the Funko world or the collecting world. He is Randy from Mystery Madness Collectibles. If you haven't checked him out, please do. Super cool dude. Loves the community, loves everybody. When he's ready, we'll bring him on too. I don't think he's got his camera turned on right
now. Okay. Got to point it at yourself, Dan. You got to point it this way.
Yeah. Turn that camera around there, buddy. So how's everybody's week going so far? It's Tuesday, so we're getting closer to a long weekend. That's all I've got to say about it.
We're one day closer.
Yeah, exactly. Yesterday did not end well for the MoDOT family. I work for MoDOT. Did not end well for us. Very bad situation. So it's kind of tainted the whole week for everybody, I think.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, we didn't know the individual, but you know, we're all one family. Kind of like Funko here. We're all one family YouTube. So it was a bad deal. Yeah, so sorry to bring that down on everybody, but yeah. Rob went to the gym tonight, smashed that treadmill. Congratulations, buddy. Good job.
Thank you.
Off, Rob. Show them off.
Yeah. Wait, let me take my shirt off. That's what the real bingo money is for.
Yes.
Why I'm trying to get into the chat so I can like participate in the chat, and it's telling me that it's still waiting for people.
Mitchie says she read about that. I didn't hear about it, Charles, so I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
Robert, did you click the the preview link or the actual live link?
Yeah, I was clicking the preview link too, and it wouldn't take me.
I've got one that there's one that says live now. Click on that one.
Oh my Lord! Hi, first timer.
It's using my ugly face. Yeah, I don't know.
Don't take any advice from me. I can't find my own live.
Yeah, the other one says waiting on Charles, so I'm not sure why there's two. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, thank you, Mitchie, for coming in.
Yeah. in here.
I found
Thank
me.
God she did.
She is.
You got it? All right.
Mitchie is waiting.
Martin Pop says it's all your fault there, Rob.
Yep. See?
I'm on
People-
time. I broke the algorithm.
People are showing up 8 minutes late because Rob usually is. So
Right.
Well, now you know who they're here for.
Yep.
see you guys later. Bye.
We knew that all along, Rob. It's all right.
Oh,
Thank you, Mitchie.
Make sure you turn the lights off when you leave, please.
they're just here for the bingo.
Mitchie's just here to hear the numbers that I'm going to break down here in a while.
Yeah, you did like the math, everything on it, right?
Yeah, that's why I titled my right here.
Don't.
Well, we'll get to that here after a bit. So, anybody watch? So here's the deal. My week got a little bit crazy last week. So Sunday, I was all excited. Got to watch Slapshot's Funko News Worldwide, and he busted into the Friday. The moment we've all been waiting for finally happened with the drop of all of the Blacklight Alice in Wonderland stuff, and I literally almost cried. And then, of course, he said, "I'm just kidding. It didn't happen." But in that moment, I thought, "Oh my God, I just missed the biggest drop of my Funko lifetime." And he got me. I meant to reach out to him, but he definitely got me on that one. Thought I missed it.
And that's when you know and you realize how addicted to these things you are. You get that drop in the pit of your stomach when you realize you missed something. It's like, what? It's like, no. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like some people were sitting over on, hey, Mikey Vintage is in the house.
Hey, Mikey.
Hey, Mikey.
Bearded Collector. Nice.
Yeah, Bearded Collector. Thank you, Mitchie, for dropping that link over there. Some guy named Studio 34 Photography is here.
Some stranger. I believe his name's Charlie, if I'm
I
correct.
believe his name is Charlie, yeah. Guys, if you haven't checked out Studio 34, please do. That is Charlie from Pop Royalty. So check out his Instagram over there. He's doing photography. Firework.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Mikey Vintage. He's got some big things coming up too. He just did his last mystery box run, like regular mystery box run, but he has some things coming up, and I know what he's working on. And he will not be too distant from the Funko world. So, and it'll be a really good thing for Funko collectors.
Yeah. Mitchie would like to know if you decided to pick this subject because she is in Texas right now.
If you made me full screen, I would be going, yes. 100%. Also, I want to shout out Mikey Vintage as well and tell you, sorry, brother. I have not been very good at keeping in touch. I hope you're doing well. Miss you, and we got to catch up.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. He sold those boxes out in less than 24 hours, too. That's amazing.
I didn't even know he had a box. Rob, I think you told me. Mm-hmm. I think it was already gone by the time I knew about it. Well, pretty cool.
Bearded Collector said he missed out on the Venom Pop. I think everybody missed out on the Venom Pop t-shirt thing.
Yeah.
Did that release everywhere?
I don't think so, because
my understanding is it's just the West Coast.
Well, I've seen him in Oklahoma. So
see,
in St. Louis, there's been a bunch of posts in St. Louis about it. So
maybe it's making its way across the country.
Ryan said he's really far from Texas. So yeah, he can't.
Yeah, it looks like Bearded Collector's close to Texas, but yeah, Ryan is not.
Yeah.
NYC Pops is in the house. Venom dropped already. Yes.
Yep. Martin Pops. Ours is the 15th. Oh, your big box is the 15th. Okay. Yeah, they got, and Bearded Collector said the proper popper got 2 of them. So
now, where is he out of?
The proper?
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen the inside of a Target building in about 2 weeks, so I wouldn't know if they came to ours or not.
I mean, I was at Target last night. I asked them. I had these two girls like searching all over the place, and they went in the back. They pulled out what they did have. The thing that drives me nuts about Target, just because it's not out on the shelf doesn't mean they don't have it. They keep so much stuff hidden in the back. So she pulls out like the those, which I didn't care about, but the new like art series like Spider-Man and stuff. She had one of them sitting back there with like all the little shields like stamped on it. That thing is ugly in person. And she's like, "Did you want this one?" I was like, "No, not at all."
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, like nope. And then she had some cool like Stan Lee. It almost looked like one of those. What are they? Hikaris. It was a really, really cool looking one. It's like, but it's like $37.99. So I was like, But they said they did not get them yet, and they did not have any in stock. So
Yeah. I don't have any targets. So
is there an easy place to go to find the DCPI numbers for these Target things? Because that's what Target always asks me for. Like, do you have the DCPI number? I'm like, do I work there? You do. You should have the number. No. But they're unfortunately their scanning system and their like search system doesn't seem to be much better than what we have to go by. So
no. Good evening, Anthony, Nadia. Good evening.
Sounds like
Thank you,
Jeremy's got the hookup at Target here.
I'm thinking Mitchie will know how to figure that number out. Yeah, Mitchie, she does that stuff. I don't know. She can. I'll be somewhere and be like, I can't find that thing you wanted me to pick up at the store. She's like, it's in aisle 6, second from the left. I'm like, how do you know that? She said, it's right here on my phone.
Paige does the same thing with Walmart. She can tell you what they have, any Walmart, what the price is, if it's low stock, and I scan something, I don't even get the right price. Like,
Right.
I have no idea. And she's like, "Oh, well, are you connected to Wi-Fi there?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Yep. Target website, you can pull up the listing and they can find what you're looking for on their scanners in front or back. All right. Good to know.
Give it a shot.
I avoid talking to people in public, so I don't usually ask it. If it's not on the shelf, they don't ask.
I realized how much I bother the Target employees because the one girl looked at me and she goes, "You're the one that actually collects them, right? You have like a whole bunch." It's like, I have no idea who you are, but yes, that is me.
Yeah.
But I guess that's good because then they know I'm not there like buy 10 of them and flip them.
Yeah.
That I'm actually there to add to my collection. So
I've had more people stop me in Target and say, "Oh, you collect Funko Pops?" And I always think I should have business cards with my YouTube channel on there and just hand them out because there are collectors in my community. Not very many, but there's always somebody that'll stop you and be like, "Oh, I see you're getting," so it's pretty cool. Someday I might, probably not.
and I'm overly skeptical of everything. So if I'm standing in Target, there's always some guy that goes to me like, "Oh, do you know anything about these? My granddaughter collects them. Do you know anything about the Yoda with the the thing in its hand? I don't know." And I'm like, no, I don't.
There's 100 of them.
Check GameStop.
Exactly. Yeah, the electronics in the Target here is who stocks them. I don't know if that's everywhere or not, but
yeah, and I actually good that he brought that up. I actually asked yesterday, I'm like, why does electronics handle Funkos and not toys? And she's like, well, I think it's because they're entertainment. And I was like,
so are toys.
yeah, right. And like, well, they're collectible, so are action figures. Like, so no, I don't think that's it.
it's because toys doesn't have a counter they can lock them in.
That's what
electronics does. They have lock boxes.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
I've gotten more pops out of the back of Target. Like I'm running some back alley operation because I'm like, can you go in the back and check? Because they should be out. And then they'll be like, oh no, we don't keep any in the back. And I said to the one guy the one day, I'm like, yeah, you do. You keep a lot of them in the back because you had this one in the back, this one in the back, and this one in the back. And he's arguing with me like, no, we put everything out we got. And I'm like, you don't. You don't do it with Pokemon cards, and you don't do it with Funko Pops. I have 1,300 of these things minimum. I'm telling you, I know more about them than you do, and I understand it's your store, but I've come here and asked, and you guys back, and you keep them back there. The Jack Frost Joker was one that they hid in the back for whatever reason.
Thank you.
Brett loves your tie there.
I'm gonna break down some numbers. So I wanted to take a page out of Alex Winkink's book and look the part. So rolled up the sleeves. I put the tie on. If I was going true Winkink, I'd probably loosen the tie and unbutton. But we are where we are. So
So does
right.
Walmart
Nick, is that not enough, or is that too many?
Huh?
Does the Walmart around you guys lock up their pops?
If it's a new drop, they do. They'll keep them behind the counter and then one at a time or hand them out, kind of thing.
So our Walmart doesn't. They just throw them in a pile. They don't care if it's a new one, old one. It's just thrown on a shelf.
Our one Walmart likes to put the spider security tags on them and pull them as tight as possible.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
And usually on the big 10-inch ones. So you have $30 boxes of garbage.
I think it was Captain Pops. He said, congratulations or congrats to the gentleman who can steal a 10-inch pop. I mean, if you can walk out of the store with that thing, you're impressive. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Why put that? I don't know.
Now, besides
the same thing, and I've thought it, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Now, besides Mike, apparently recently from Grown Kids TV, who found the Superman chase in the wild, 10-inch. Other than that one that I've seen on the internet, so it must be true. I've never seen one worth stealing.
No.
It's a 10-inch pop, and they're all LeBron James or the Fortnite llama.
Yeah.
I would that Superman chase though. I would have been freaking out if I found that in the wild. And Mikey Vintage, I agree with you. They have some amazing mystery boxes.
Yes.
Although they buy some really good boxes too. So that does help. And that will get into the conversation here shortly.
Yes, it will. All right. So what we came on tonight, we were going to talk about basically, so you want to start a YouTube channel, even if it isn't Funko, whatever it may be. They're pretty much all the same. You have to have content. Content costs money. How much money depends on what you're doing or what you want to do with your channel. Do you just want to put a video out every once in a while, or every day? Content costs money. So Jeremy apparently is gonna break down, get his abacus out. We'll figure this out, and we'll also talk about ways to bring funding into your channel. None of us are monetized through YouTube. Even if we were, you don't make $1 million off YouTube. People think you do, but you really don't. So
I can tell you. Yeah, I can tell you that the top channels, the biggest channels on there right now for Funko, aren't making enough to quit their day jobs. So if you think some of those have 25,000 subscribers, they're not making it. They don't have enough subscribers to quit their day jobs. So Funko, a Funko channel specifically, monetization is an awesome thing, but it's not going to. If you think you're doing this for retirement purposes or to quit your day job, it's the wrong line to get in.
Yes. Good evening, Funko Brothers and NYC Pops. I see you guys came in there. Randy's internet has gone down, and he is trying to get it rebooted. So as soon as that happens, he's going to jump in with us. So hopefully he can get that fixed. So, Rob or Jeremy, you want to go ahead?
Well, I definitely think that I probably need to be sandwiched in between somebody who's real positive on it and somebody else who's really positive on it. But it's not that I'm negative on it, but I'm going to break down the numbers as far as the expenses that go into our channel specifically and why we do it and whether or not the return is there or whether or not it's something I would recommend to anybody else out there. So,
all right, I'll start off then if you guys want. Basically, I started less than 6 months ago. I started buying mystery boxes like last, June or July, and wasn't really collecting until, January. Started the channel up. Everybody can look at my original videos. I had like 10 pops behind me, and now it's exploded. Everyone's collection does. And 99% of this stuff has come from mystery boxes. You can get $10 mystery boxes. You can get $3,000 mystery boxes. I saw one the other day. It's just what you can afford, what you want to put on in your content. I'm not going to buy a $3,000 box right now. If I had 10,000 viewers, it'd be totally different. But I think you can get the same value out of a $10 box as a $100 box. You know, it just depends. The thing that helps me out is, I mean, I track everything I spend, and then when it comes in, I balance it out, and it pretty much balances itself. The thing that helps me is now I'm able to sell them whatnot quite frequently. So that brings a lot of that back in. Now, do I make everything that I spent back? No, you're not going to. You're going to lose money doing this. But I'm having fun, and I'm happy. And that to me is worth losing some money. Sooner or later, you know, this is going to pay for itself. Being able to sell stuff to other collectors at a reasonable rate, but take that money and turn it into new boxes, new product, new content. I think that's the biggest thing for me. And then we have Patreon. That helps out. We only have 3 Patreons, but that's fine. Love all 3 of them. Danny is one of them. And then we have Martin Pops. He's here tonight. And Sassy CAJUN also. We do Teespring. We get like $2 or $3 every item that sells. But $2 or $3 is $2 or $3, you know. So the biggest thing for me, the cost beyond buying the pops, is shipping. And a lot of people take their stuff straight to the post office. Do not do that. Please. I go to pirateship.com. I've got a box right there I'm looking at right now. Christy and her boy took the box to the post office today to ship it to South Carolina. $16. I can get it on Pirate Ship and send it for $9. There's $7. That's $7 I can put towards another box, another pop, or ship something to Danny, Rob, Jeremy, whoever, as an AOK for $7. And I've helped 2 people instead of 1. So you got to look at it that way too. I look at the shipping as a huge outlay. So sorry.
Yeah, I mean shipping. I got a big part in the shipping cost too, because it's a big thing, and I 100% agree. Never take your box to the post office. Use a service, save the money.
Yeah.
So,
I was going to say, especially with something like this, but really any channel, don't decide, hey, I want to do a YouTube channel and pick something and then just start doing a YouTube channel. I was collecting 2 years before I ever decided to do a YouTube channel. So for me, doing a YouTube channel was like, I was watching them, I was collecting already, and I thought, you know what? Why not just do my own? All I got to do is set up my phone, take a couple, minutes of video, throw it up on the internet, and I'm done. No, no, totally wrong. But I enjoyed doing it, and falling into a community of great people. So like I kept doing it. But I think when you are out on the other side just watching, your opinion of how easy it is, and then you're on the other side of it, you look back and you think, man, I really knew nothing. I really knew nothing. Because I've always said, these guys are on YouTube always talking about how much work it is and how tough it is to put out a video. Yeah, buddy, you're sitting in front of your phone talking and you throw it up on the internet. That's so rough. And then you're probably getting paid for doing it on top of everything. No, it's not like that at all. Not like that at all. So if you're going to ever choose to do a channel, Funko or other, make sure that you've been collecting and that you have somewhat of a collection already started, and know a little bit about what you have. Because that's going to make your channel a little bit more easier to get started and keep people engaged.
Yes.
I've watched channels where people have, first couple videos, and they are just so they don't know the product that they're collecting. They have no idea that you still have the Uncle Fester, because that was like the first one you opened.
I believe it. First pop I ever owned.
That's awesome. but yeah, like, knowing the product is going to help you in the long run for sure.
Yeah.
Because then you know what you're looking for. But as much as you create content, you have to. Some people will get into that rabbit hole. I guarantee you. I know they do. Where, well, now that I'm making videos, I don't got to watch other people's videos, and they become, because now I'm doing my own. So why do I need to watch everybody else? Fail. If you're a writer, you read books. You know, it's just, if you make movies, you watch other movies. You have to, because that's where you're staying current. That's where you're learning the ins and outs, what people like, what people don't like, what's going on in the world. There's so many things to consider, and people don't realize that. It is a full-time job for, even if you're just putting up an hour's worth of content a week, you're probably putting in behind the scenes 15, 20 hours of time minimum.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, you know, it goes with anything. It's like in business. Would you take advice from a guy that does that? Would you take financial advice from a guy who was doing a YouTube channel that clearly didn't know anything about money? Like, so being an expert in your field, if you're going to be a content creator and you want to do it, if your ultimate goal is long-term growth on your channel and becoming a reputable person within the community that knows about Funko, then you should probably be an expert on the subject before you go down the rabbit hole of starting a channel. I know that firsthand. I couldn't figure out how many C's were in SDCC for the longest time, because that's how I started my channel. But it was a niche. It was a different thing. I wanted people to see it go from nothing. But I do think that that's the difference between our channel and the other channels that started at the same time, that have thousands of subscribers difference between the two. And good for them, because they were truly experts in the field. So, yeah, that's a good point.
Mitchie said, there's so much on the subject to say. You're right, Nick, which Nick from I Want This Stuff. I should be on there. I'm the shipping department.
Yes.
Yeah. And everybody's going to have their own experience with it, and everybody's going to have something to add, and that is why it's important to watch as much as you can.
And as we always say, please don't take what we say as the gospel. These are our opinions, our thoughts on the subject. Don't start a channel on what we say tonight. Please don't. You have to go by your heart, be your own person. So, sorry. Go ahead.
And just don't be afraid to just take the plunge and do it.
Yeah.
You know, you're never going to find out if it's what you want to do or what you can do. You know, when I started doing Funko, it was me with my phone. So you didn't see me at all for a couple of months because I was holding my phone and trying to do the Funkos with one hand. And then finally got one of my kids to record for me, and you know, people are like, "Oh, hey, it's nice to meet you again." We finally see who's exactly.
Yeah.
So you just got to find something that you're comfortable with, and you know, make a fool of yourself, make mistakes, just keep plugging away, and you'll find what it is that you like about it, and that will help you to keep going.
Martin Pops, that's a recipe for disaster.
Yes, yeah.
What's up, Jim Pops?
Yeah. Jim Pops, good evening. Nadia said she started YouTube because I wanted to try it and have fun. Same thing with me. I was very nervous when I started. One thing I'm nervous about is people criticizing my videos because I don't have an intro or edits. Nadia, in my opinion, let them criticize it. If they're criticizing it, they're at least watching it.
And look,
so what if you don't have that stuff? You will work towards that, and maybe you don't even want that.
Yeah, nobody's coming to Hoosier Bob's channel for my killer intro. That's been the same for 60 videos.
Dude, if you ever take the Christmas tree away, I'm unsubscribing. So
I didn't have an intro in mind for a month or so, maybe 2 months. I don't even remember. I didn't have an intro in mind for a long time, or ending credits. I just came on and left. You know, I mean, it was no. Don't worry about that stuff. And I'll be honest, in this community, unless you've gotten sideways with somebody, which has happened, but if you haven't gotten sideways with anybody, this is a very loving, amazing community, and people aren't really negative. I've had other YouTube channels that people weren't quite so positive, and that happens. But I have not experienced it at all in the Funko community. But I've yet to upset anybody. So
that leads into something that I was going to say earlier as well. When you're starting up, do not be afraid to reach out to other channels that you have been watching to ask questions, because most of them will respond to you much faster than you ever imagined and will give you some super valuable information and be more than happy to share, because they started out where you started out and they ask questions to somebody else.
Yes. King Bob's Adventures in Collecting said, intros, edits don't make a great channel. Be yourself and you'll do great. And that's true. So
yeah,
I didn't have an intro or anything for probably, I don't know, 50 videos. Then I made a cheesy one and I stuck with it.
It really all does come down to personality and how you present yourself and what you share about yourself and what you don't, and, you know, all those kind of things. There's channels that people play a role and they play a character, and that's fine if that's an enjoyable character to watch, and other people are themselves, and I don't think there's any wrong way to do it as long as you're enjoying it and having fun with it, and connecting with the community, because that ultimately at the end of the day is what it's about. Although most of what I'm going to talk about is going to be from the angle of what your goals are, what you set from the beginning of your channel, and how you attack having a channel, because that is the driving force. If you start a channel to have fun, connect with other people that collect Funko, and make new, great, amazing friends, and you never care about the numbers, you never care about getting monetized, you never care about, you know, I've got to open a $500 box because that's what people want to see. If you don't do any of these, and you only do it for these reasons, you should 100% dive in. Don't wait. Start now. You've got a camera in your hand. Get after it.
Exactly.
I'm going to come at it from a different angle of the math breakdown, what we've done, what our goals were in the beginning, because my goal when I started the channel, and mind you, I didn't know anything about Funko at the time, and what I did know, I learned from a very large channel who buys and sells. He was a flipper and is well known for it, talks about it freely, and makes no apologies for it. And I don't fault him for that. He does what he does. So when I got into it, I didn't really know if I was collecting or if I was his Charles Barton business partner over on Whatnot.
Sorry.
I didn't know if we would be buying and selling and collecting only very specific lines that I like. But what happened is we got absorbed into the love of the community and started meeting new people, and people started reaching out to us. And so I fell away from, I keep saying we, it was all me at the time. I fell away from the idea of buying and selling, fell in love with the product, and then fell in love with the community, and then wanted to provide content that went to that community. So, so what we've done is we've restructured our entire business model, especially with Mitchie coming on board. We kind of restructured that whole business model. But in doing that, the expenses rose significantly. So if you look at what our goal is now, which is to reach 1,000 subscribers, we have to continuously put out content that people want to watch. And part of that is us, but I can tell you, I can see a difference between opening a $300 mystery box. You can see it in the view count, $300 mystery box and a $20 mystery box. And so if we're driving views to get new subscribers, we're going after some of the bigger tier boxes now, and that stuff adds up. So when I started going through the numbers for the month of April, for example, and I'm with you, Rob, it kind of all balances out. It doesn't matter if I hit a grail in this box and it seems like, oh my God, you just got $300 over value. I guarantee you I lost it somewhere else. And it all just seems to balance out. So we put $900, just short of $900 in mystery boxes that you and content that you guys watched on the videos. And we drew, and in April we got $1,180 back. So that's good. We also hit one box that was a $425 return on a $70 investment. So that's where it kind of, you know, it ended up $200 over. So we had some losses in there as well. But then you got to factor in things like operating costs. It cost us, I don't know how much to ship that month. And it cost us about $130 in operating costs, shipping, maintenance of the channel, computer stuff, all that. Didn't buy any new equipment, but essentially we spent $1,000, just short of $1,100 to make $1,180 in return, but not in cash return, in pops, right? Which now you go back down the line and you say, okay, well now I have $1,100 worth of pops. Well, let's be real, guys. It's not going to sell for $1,100. I can't sell you these pops that I have for the value that they are on PPG. So it isn't a long-term investment. It is from a love of the Funko, love of that line, love of the nostalgia that brings with it. But if you're doing this for a collection as a retirement fund, then, you know, don't hitch your horse to that trailer. I think that's what the saying is. I don't know. So I'm going to break it down real quick one time over the last 90 days.
Let me throw a channel out there real quick. We're talking about community. I want to share a channel, guys, real quick. Please go over and check them out. It is OCD, Obsessive Collecting Disorder. This is their channel. And this is the video. It's a father-daughter duo. They've only got like 13 subscribers, so let's get their subscriber count up tonight. Hashtag Horsemen, because, you know, we're the Horsemen. Just let them know we're rooting for them. We want to, you know, continue on their quest here on YouTube. Like I said, they have 13 subscribers right now. Let's get them to 20, 25 at least. There's 17 of us in here. And I guarantee not all of you, I found them by accident. I was just flipping through YouTube one night. Like I said, it's a father-daughter duo. They open a lot of sodas. They do mystery girl boxes, and they do epic collectible boxes also. So
figures if there's a small section on the web that does sodas, Charles is going to find it.
Yes, yeah. If there's a channel out there, I've got them on a thumbnail. Don't worry about it. And honestly, they actually probably open more than I do, because when they open them, they open like 7, 12, 15, and they're getting them from like Big Apple Collectibles, which I've never dealt with. So, but yeah.
Okay.
All right.
You want a 90-day breakdown. So 90 days, over the last 90 days, just in PayPal. I try to use PayPal for everything, but it doesn't account for if I'm out of town and I stop by a comic shop and I pick up some sodas or I pick up a pop or two. So there's probably a little bit of money in there, and let's not lie. But over the last 90 days, just in PayPal, this channel has spent $2,572.23, which averages out to about $857.41 a month for content. We do giveaways. We do giveaways. We do Patreon gifts. We do all kinds of things that incur expenses. And that expense comes up to around $130 a month, roughly $150 sometimes, as our operating costs, which means that our monthly spend on this channel without buying a single drop of new equipment is just short of $1,000 a month. We have a budget of $1,000 a month, but I mean, that's a lot of money. And we do that because we try to buy the bigger boxes. We're trying to accomplish that goal of 1,000 subscribers. So we're trying to get these bigger boxes. We're trying to get stuff that people are going to want to watch. So we're investing a lot of money and a lot of time into doing this. It does not include any of the purchases made with a debit card and no new equipment. But since we started this, we've had to buy a computer that was $750. We bought a webcam that was around $180. We bought $120 worth of lighting. We bought $200 worth of the pop protectors that a lot of these pops are in. We have $160 into a microphone. We've got $1,500 just in equipment for the YouTube channel. Do you have to do that? No. But if your goal was, as ours was, 1,000 subscribers or more, because the milestone is 1,000, and then YouTube starts to recognize you and push you out there more. If our goal was 1,000 subscribers, we felt like we needed to invest that money, invest that time to get to that level. So at $1,500 for equipment, $1,000 a month for channel content, it racks up fast. And it is it's not something that I would recommend. That if you are looking to, if your goals are the same as ours, 1,000 subscribers and be out there and get monetized, then unless you have that kind of, I mean, I honestly think unless you have that kind of money to throw at it, I wouldn't do it. I love the YouTube channel. I love what we do, but it's a huge investment. And guys, I'll tell you this, I'm going to leave you with this on this whole thing. If you took $1,000 right now, $1,000, which is next month's budget, and you put it into a growth stock mutual fund, and you put the same 1,000 every month for 30 years, and let's say for me it'd be 20 years, but because I'm an old man, but for a lot of the people that are doing YouTube channels, they're in their 30s. You put that in there for 30 years. Do you know how much money you have with compound interest after 30 years at $1,000 a month right now? Anybody want to take a guess? Almost $3 million. It's insane. So what I'm going to say is be a part of the community. It's an awesome, amazing community. Be there in the lives, watch the content, collect what you love. Don't buy mystery boxes. Buy the pops that you want to buy and want to own. Don't have to worry about flipping and selling and that kind of thing. Buy the content buy the pops that you want. If you want to share it on YouTube, do it for the love of the community and the people you're around, and live vicariously through others like me who are crazy enough to do this crap, and the rest of us that are on this channel right now. And that's kind of what I got to say about it. Use that money, invest it wisely, long term, and instead of 30 years from now, you're sitting on a $20,000 pop collection, you'll be sitting on millions of dollars for retirement.
Mother Earth Mafia asked, how much do you actually advertise compared to word of mouth? YouTube, Facebook, anything like that?
I don't put a dime into advertisement.
I do. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, could be why we're at 800 and a lot of people are at 3,000, but I'm not good at self-promoting. I have some do's and don'ts, and that's one of the things. Don't do what I do. Do what normal people do, and invest that time and money as well, and do ads and promote yourself. Because if you think if you're on YouTube, if you are good enough at what you're doing to advertise yourself to others out there who are going to enjoy your content. So yeah. It is a business. It is a business in some levels. Creating a YouTube channel, whether the pops may not be, but the channel is. And if you're doing that, then don't sell yourself short. Promote yourself. Believe in yourself and promote yourself.
Yeah, for sure. You are your own best promoter. So if it's your face on the channel, in my opinion, it should be your face on your promotion, or your voice, conveying your message. So, and I love what I Want This stuff does. They let you put your sticker in their box. That's a great idea. And what does that cost? A couple bucks to ship them some stickers. So, how about you, Danny? You've been awfully quiet.
I'm just trying to learn. I've had a YouTube channel for 4 years. Just kind of off and on. Started with gaming, how my name is with kids, showing them beating me badly at games all the time. And then, 6-7 months ago, got into Funko Pops, and kind of like Jeremy was saying, I got in more with the mindset of flipping, and then realized, hey, these are kind of pretty cool. And then I started collecting, and and started selling less and less. So me personally, I still like to do the videos. Trying to get my kids involved with it. Daughter pops on occasionally. Son's video for me, so it's kind of a family thing. But yeah, it's, you both were just speaking to how I started out here. I'm like, yeah, I did that wrong. Yeah, I did that wrong. I did a lot of things wrong, but you just gotta enjoy it. And when you look at the budgets like that, that's not a budget I have, so I've pulled back, personally from the mystery boxes and kind of focus on some other things, and we'll kind of see where the channel can go from there.
Mother Earth Mafia. So, are all your goals to be monetized at some time through YouTube advertising, or is it just about having a channel and having fun? Mine, if I get monetized, I get monetized. I'm having fun. So, and if I stop having fun, you won't see me anymore. So, but I don't think that day will ever come. And Rob is talking to us, but he's mute. He must be on Instagram. I don't know.
No, I was. I muted because I didn't want to be like breathing heavy while Jeremy was talking or start crying listening to his numbers.
Bingo.
Go. Yeah.
Who's got black light? I forgot what I was going to say. No, I would say anybody who says, no, if I have the chance to get monetized, I'm not going to do it. Because, sure, of course. If YouTube's going to throw you the money for what you're doing anyway, why not? And it's not a lot. It's probably a couple of dollars here and there based on what you got. My goal was not to get monetized. My goal was to, like I said, I was already collecting. I already had, before I even moved to Indiana, I had 300 to 500 pups in my collection, somewhere around there. When I came here, I kind of held back. Like, I didn't want to show all my crazy to Paige yet. I had everything boxed up. So we were in an apartment with too many people already. So there was really no room. Then when we started house shopping, I was like, oh, now I can start picking some extra pops up, which is probably the wrong time to buy pops when you're trying to buy a house, but whatever, I've never made the best choices. So we started buying some, and real quick, I just kept adding to them. So I finally said to Paige, I'm like, you know what? I watch all these channels do this. I kind of want to do a channel for fun because, I've been buying pops for 2.5 years, but I haven't done anything beyond that. Just buying them and putting them on a shelf. And I order a bunch of stuff, and you get a box, and you open it, and you take the, and you're like, oh, great, boom. You put it on the shelf, and then it's on to the next box, and the next box, and the next box. And it was kind of losing some of the luster. I still love the stuff, but, the buying was almost becoming it's kind of getting boring. I want to do more with it. So I saw all these people doing these channels with the unboxings and the surprises and the mysteries, and I was like, I think I want to take it to that level and start buying some of those mystery boxes. And if I'm going to buy them, I might as well film them. But I've always been in some form of entertainment. I've done plays. I've been a writer. I've done karaoke. I've sung in bands and stuff like that. I've always been in front of the camera or an audience. That is what I like. I've always wanted to be an entertainer. When I was a little kid, my goal was to be on Saturday Night Live as a writer and actor. So, I've always wanted to be in front of the camera. So this gave me an opportunity to do it, have fun, and just do what I want to do and say what I want to say with something that I enjoy. If people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. And I've met so many great people through it. You talked about, Jeremy, each channel has their own thing. Some dress up, some do this, some do that. I always said my thing is I'm a storyteller. I've always been a storyteller, I've been a writer. So if I'm opening a box, you're going to get a story about this pop, why I got it, where it came from, what it did. And I ramble a lot. I know that. But I'm giving you the personal side of that pop for me. And that's my thing. Some people comment all the time. They love that. They love that they're let into our life. And, it's not just, okay, here's a cool pop and it's worth $20 and I'm going to put it on Whatnot and sell it tomorrow for $30. Because there's a lot of channels that do that. We get a lot of comments about the personal side of it, or the relationship between the chemistry between me and Paige on camera and stuff like that. And that's what it's about for us. That's why we did it, not to make a bunch of money off of it. Of course, you know, as you start buying mystery boxes, then you start ending up with quote unquote inventory naturally with stuff that you don't collect, or duplicates or sometimes triplicates of things that you have. And then in that situation, then you kind of naturally are pushed into a buyer-seller situation. But that's okay, because then if you can sell that, it helps to fund that channel, because it is a lot. If I had to take a guess, I'd say we spend probably $600 to $700 a month. Or because Paige definitely is not. I spend probably $600 to $700 a month easily on merchandise and stuff like that. But I love it. I collect it for me first, not for the content, not for the channel, not for the viewers, not for the resale. I buy it for me. I buy the things that I like. The mystery boxes, like I said, it got boring knowing, okay, I bought something from Amazon. Here's the Amazon box. I know it's in the Amazon box. I take it out of the box. I put it on the shelf. I'm done with it. The mystery box has just added extra fun to it. And it allowed me to like get pops and see pops that I never would have bought otherwise, but that I actually really fell in love with or enjoyed. So I don't know, like that was me. I lost my cards. I lost my brain a long time ago.
I see Mitchie has sold me in the chat already.
Yeah, you were up for auction
multiple times.
There was a Jeremy Knott auction. So
was there a bidder yet, or are we still running these numbers? Because
I think you went to Gem Pops. I'm not sure.
okay, all right, cool, all right.
Yeah. And the last thing I want to say, and then I'll give it back to Charles. Don't get like people get hung up on the numbers and like see like one channel has 20,000 or 15,000 or 18,000, but let's keep in mind that's not 18,000 active subscribers.
No.
If you have 10% of that as an active subscriber, like I have 304, I think. And there's about 30 people that I see on the regular commenting or in the lives. 10% of that's in there. Some people come over, like when we boost up the channels for each other and you're going to get 20 or 30 or 40 new subs, right? Sometimes it's the bigger channels. That's great. But a lot of people were there for the giveaway that person was giving. So it's great for you because you end up with the stuff, you appreciate it, but you got to understand those are not active viewers that are probably ever going to comment or watch your stuff ever again. You're lucky if someone does. If you have 10 new subs and one does, take that as a win. To me, 10% is a win.
I mean, I'm grateful for anybody that watches. Period. Hi, Paige.
I just did a good deed.
Oh yeah.
What did you do?
Okay, so I pulled out of Kroger's and there's a gas station across the street, and I saw that this car had their flashers on, but I couldn't tell if it was a guy or a girl. So I was like, okay, I'm going to wait and see if I can see if it's a girl that gets out of the car. If it was a guy, I wasn't going to stop and help him. But it was a girl. And then I saw a guy get out to help her. And I was like, oh, shoot, like her car broke down. And this poor guy is trying to push it uphill into the gas station. And I was like, I did a U-turn and like swung my car around and parked in the parking lot at the gas station. And I got out and helped him. And like another girl came and helped. So it was me, another girl, and then a guy that was helping this lady like push her car into the gas station. She was like, I'm never letting my car get this low ever again. I was like, I tell my fiance that all the time, but he literally drives it till 7 miles. Thinks that he can make it to the gas station. She was like, my car told me I had 35 miles. This isn't 35 miles. He was so mad.
Mikey Vintage says hi.
Hey.
And Nick from I Want This Stuff asked if you brought cookies for everyone this week.
No, but I did get you something.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Okay. I'm glad she was driving when we talked about the monetary part of this. So.
Jeremy, apparently you got sold for $2.
That blows me away. I didn't think I'd get half
That's
that.
2 coffees at McDonald's. So, you know.
That's a hell of a deal, Mitchie. You came on top on that one. Although I hear the weather down in Florida is quite nice this time of year. I don't know if that's true.
Might really enjoy it, yeah.
I will say to your question, your original question, I make no apologies for the fact that I started with a goal of 1,000 subscribers, and that's what my goal is to this day. Now the reasons behind why I want 1,000 subscribers have drastically changed. But the things that you can do once you reach a level of monetization through YouTube, and the people you can touch and the people you can reach out to, and and if there is any dividends coming back from YouTube that can be given back and poured back into the community, that's the thing that's changed. I'm not trying to get rich off of YouTube or quit my day job anymore. I've had multiple channels where at some point I was like, oh, I would love to make a career out of YouTube. I used to do a cooking show every multiple times a week on the local news. I've done all kinds of things in front of the camera, and that's what I really enjoyed doing. And so I always kind of wanted to find my niche in YouTube, but I'm a man of so many different hobbies, and I come and go in and out of one to the other, that I'm never real sure which one to give my full attention to until this one. And so I've enjoyed it very much, but that goal for 1,000 is more than okay to have. The issue is, like you said, Rob, I mean, we have 800 subscribers now, but our videos get a couple hundred views. It's not the same isn't true, that you might have 30,000 subscribers, but you might only be getting 1,000 views. So it does kind of, it's not what it is. Not everybody can watch everyone, because in the beginning I had the 4 or 5 channels that I watched religiously all the time, every day, saw what they came out with content. I'm there, I'm watching it. Now I follow like 500 channels. I can't even get them all in a week. So I get behind. I got to, pick and choose who I'm going to watch, whether I'm watching in my car and can comment or not comment, all those things. So you support everybody you can. But at the end of the day, it's hard to keep up because there are a million channels out there right now. So it just changed the direction of what we're doing. And I would say, well, actually, I want to hear what you think, Danny, and then I've got a question. I got to write it down, though I'll forget.
Oh, somebody brought a kitten in.
I got you. They were on sale. I got a bunch of different ones, so you can try them. And then I got you. It's melting, so you probably want this. Oh, and I have one more thing.
Who had ice cream? Anybody have ice
cream? Flowers.
Oh, wow.
Okay, also normalize getting guys flowers, because I was checking out and the cashier said your girlfriend's gonna be so happy with those. And I was like, actually, every time I buy you flowers, that's what I get.
Sometimes I'm a bitch.
These flowers that I just got you were dying. So
oh man.
Eat your ice cream, it's melting. Do you want this right now, or you want to
No, but put that away. But can you put that in water?
Ryan said, "Are you all solely Funko content? I want to add more hobbies to the channel, but don't know if I should start a second channel." I do have a second channel, but I haven't put much on it.
Ironically, what my most popular video is from a year ago, and it's a coloring app. It's a coloring picture. And for some reason, it's still growing 20, 30 views a week. And I don't know why, because it has nothing to do with Funko. So I started another channel just to put all those old videos on and the coloring stuff that I had on there. And it has 0 views and 0 subs. So, just put it out there. No promotion. Haven't updated it for a little while, but, once you get in and people know who you are, and if you want to branch it out to something else, go for it. I'm wearing a Nerd Bar shirt, and Mark has done painting on it. He's done customizing. He's got a scooter, and in addition to all of the Funko stuff he does. So, if you see something else that you want to do, throw it up there. It's like, hey, this isn't only, I don't only do Funko. We're thinking about the first person that says, hey, instead of Pops, I'm going to do this new Funko soda, and then see where that went. And we have Charles, where the sodas have just taken off. So, if you got whatever's interesting to you, and you've already got that base, feel free to share it out there. And who knows, you may start the next wave and just ride that on.
Yeah, never be afraid to share the things you're collecting and love. I think there's a million people out there that, I don't know about a million. There are definitely people out there that don't watch our channel because it is almost exclusively Funko. And there's people that collect a lot of other things. So if we did more of the other stuff, we might get more viewers, but you also might lose some of it, but you can't be worried about that stuff. There's an audience for all of it, you know?
Yeah.
I wouldn't go starting multiple channels because good Lord, it's hard enough to keep one in order.
Yeah.
I think you have to make a channel that you would want to watch yourself.
Yeah.
If you can accomplish that, then other people will watch it as well. If you build it, they'll come. It's an old line, but it's true.
Nick said, once you have a fan base, they'll watch and follow all your videos or content. And that's true. You know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Beautiful area up there. I bet, you know, you take a GoPro on your bike and throw, I bet you'll have a lot of people just for the countryside, you know? Yeah.
And I also think personal engagement is important when you engage with the people that are watching you because they appreciate that. And I'm telling you, I had a guy who reached out. He was like a sub, and his son sent me a video because I did a shout out to him. I was like, "Oh, I'll give you a shout out in the video," and his son sent me a video of his entire family sitting in their living room around their TV that was mounted on the wall over the fireplace in this nice, like, cabiny looking house. And they had us up there on the big screen watching it. And then we shouted out his name and everybody was like, yeah. And it was so surreal to watch that, to think like they're watching us like I'm watching any other, like, America's Got Talent or something like that. Not to, like, a celebrity says, but like that other people are sitting there in the living room watching you, gathering around and say, hey, they're going to call our name out tonight. Like, that to me is important. And I realize I've done that. So, I don't know. Engagement.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's channels. Well, first of all, I've watched some of the weirdest stuff on earth. But I mean, I've enjoyed a live stream. It was like a 4-hour or 6-hour live stream of 4 guys playing Uno. I mean, and it was fantastic. It was hysterical. I mean, there's the personalities. It wasn't about the game. Mad Hatter Pops was in here earlier. I don't know if he's still in here or not. Shout out to Mad Hatter. But where he goes out in the wild and walks around and finds spots to put the top and photograph it. I think that's fantastic. Landmark Collectibles is one who used to go on hikes, and he's up in Canada. You go on these amazing, beautiful hikes in various parts of Canada and video it. And I wasn't watching because in the end he opened some sodas. I was watching because that was really cool to see. And they go out and him and Ray have a great time doing that. So there's a lot of stuff that I watch, not because I want to know what grail they're going to pull out of the box, you know, or what pop they're going to pull out of the box. It's just they're entertaining, they're fun to watch, they're good people. I've got some sort of connection with them along the line and enjoy watching their content. So I think sometimes we get bogged down a little bit too much in the, like, how are we going to present? What are we going to, you know, this is, you know, what are we going to buy? What are we going to do? When it just should naturally flow.
Yeah.
So what's some of the weirdest, and this is for everybody, what's some of the weirdest stuff that you watch on YouTube on a regular basis? Other than Uno. Like I get, I'll tell you what I get lost in. There's a guy that restores, although I think he breaks them first, but whatever. He restores like Hot Wheel cars and old like plastic cars. And like, so when he starts out, they're like rusted and junky and broken. And he takes it apart and he cleans all the pieces, and then he molds new wheels or new glass, and he puts the whole thing back. And I'll get lost for an hour. She's like, "You're still watching this?" And I'm like, "Look, he's putting the wheels back on." I'm not a car person, but I'll sit there and watch this dude rebuild a toy car. And in the back of my head, I'm like, I got to find junk cars. I'm going to do that next. Jeremy, I'm like you, dude. I've done everything and do everything, get involved in things and go from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing to thing to thing and try everything and do everything. And it's very rare that anything actually sticks, and this sticks. So I do more of it.
No.
But then there's another guy who does, and it's kind of along the line of this stuff. He does, takes like the action figures, like the, was it NECA action figures and stuff. And he creates, are they called panoramas? Like dioramas out of like foam and everything. So like Ninja Turtles, he did a set, like the rooftop set from Ninja Turtles 2 with the NECA full size action figures, and paints it and makes it look, and then does photography on it. and it's fantastic. And I'll sit there for an hour watching that. I have no ability to do it, but man, I go down that rabbit hole every time I see his videos.
Mad Hatter, I love that guy that turns colored pencils into everything, guitars and all kinds of stuff. That I love that. And I listen to scary stories while I sleep too. My weirdest one is I watch a guy clutch guitars, and he gold pans. He's got a series of where he goes out and digs in the earth and tries to find gold, and then he also does pay dirt videos where he buys pay dirt online and then gets gold. So both of them, I love all kinds of random, strange, odd stuff. Rob, I need to send you a link on one of them that you probably already know, but he's a great, amazing storyteller. I love it. If you like true crime kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'll send that.
Oh, magnet fishing. I get stuck on magnet fishing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought you said maggot.
I mean, you probably catch something with maggots.
Probably.
Danny, you got to watch something weird. What do you watch?
I've been watching a lot of track, especially with the Olympic trials and following like the athlete special. Just some guys that I've seen that started in the college ranks and now they're moving on to the pros and what it takes. And I think, man, I remember being that age and wanting to do what they're doing and not taking that step. So besides Funko, that's kind of more what things that I wish I'd have done back at that age.
Yeah.
Mitchie has a great question over there.
What would you all do differently knowing the information about what it costs to start a Funko channel? Rob, you want to go first on that one? We'll let Jeremy go last.
Well, mine's very simple, so go ahead.
When I started doing all this, when I started collecting Funkos, I would have focused more on quality than quantity. I definitely was more of a like I wanted as many as possible when I first started this. So if I could buy up every single $3 pop on clearance at Hot Topic and GameStop or wherever I could, regardless if it was something I collected or didn't collect or whatnot, I bought it because it was cheap. I could afford it, and it added to my collection. But unfortunately, it didn't add anything to my collection. So I feel like if I would have started out focusing more on quality pops, instead of spending $25, $30 on 5 $3 pops, and bought one good pop that was worth that kind of money, then that might have gone up in value, so that I had more now to invest back into the channel in a better way. I think I might have done that.
I would have to agree. Same thing. I was after quantity again instead of quality, because when I first, I knew enough, but I didn't know enough to be dangerous. If that makes sense. So I was buying just to buy. I think at that point when I first started. Now I'm kind of handpicking what I'm buying more than just I've got to get that one. I got to get that one. So I think the same thing.
Based on comments, I see a lot of people can understand that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's you, Danny.
Yeah, I wouldn't have bought with the intent of resale. It'd been more just getting what I'm interested in. Now some of that has come out for the better because I bought a collection at $4 a pop, and then ended up gifting them to people that needed that for their collections, and made good friendships out of it, and sold a few, and some made it into my last mystery box run. But that was a lot of space that I didn't need to take up, and having limited space, I think I definitely would have just focused on more of what I personally like.
Yeah.
Mother Earth Mafia said quantity equals headache.
Facts. My answer to Mitchie's question is right here.
Yeah.
Here, let me make it big so we can really see it. There we go.
It's what it says right there. I don't know that that's entirely true, really, but The problem is you have quality over quantity, but at the same time you have to have content. So you balance that line between, like, sometimes quality is expensive, and if you're shooting 2 videos a week or 3 videos a week, and you need content, unfortunately. So my question, going back, which applies to this same question, is even everyone that I've talked to that does it for the love of it, and because, like you said, Rob, you already were a collector, and now you're just putting it out there. And I think this definitely applies to Charles, but I'm not going to speak for him. It definitely applies for me. Has YouTube changed the way you purchase your hobby? So, for example, if I was doing this as a collection, I wouldn't be buying mystery boxes. Charles, would you stop at, once you had the soda, the common and the chase? Would you buy 10 sodas of each, or would you just buy a case, or how would you do it differently? Or
I wouldn't buy a case. I just don't like the whole aspect of the case. So knowing that there's 5 commons, 1 chase, but if it wasn't for YouTube, I think once I got both of them, I'd be done for sure. I mean,
but you become, and I'm not speaking for you, but if the pressure becomes like, all of a sudden, okay, I'm the soda guy, and so I need to open a lot of soda content, you end up buying sodas that you already have that you don't need because you need content for the next channel. I'm not saying you do that, but I'm saying that happens.
You are 100% right. Last night I was on Whatnot, and I bought into a couple different games, $14 a soda or something like that. And I have the Debo, and I ended up with 2 more Debos. So, it is what it is, but there's always someone looking for it. So if I wasn't doing YouTube and I was just collecting, I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, Rob, Danny, I know you buy a lot of mystery boxes, but Rob, I think maybe you are the closest one where I see you. I know you do buy mystery boxes, but I see a lot more of you like, hey, I found these things and I bought them, and these are, either Whatnot pickups or things that I wanted specifically for my collection. So I think you toe that line a lot closer than you toe it way closer than I do.
Right. I've said, when I started doing this with mystery, when I first started, I was very anti mystery box. Like, I could not fathom why, if you're going to spend $50, you're going to spend it on a mystery box that you might only get $30 worth of pops back in, and you might get 2 things that you don't even collect. I couldn't understand it. Could not understand it. But then, like I said, when I was buying and boxes was showing up, and I knew everything that was in the box, and it was just like, open a box, put it on the shelf, open a box, put it on the shelf. It kind of got a little like stale to me, but not like, I still love the pops, but the idea of like just opening the same boxes, knowing what's in it and putting it up. So it got to be like, well, let me spend like $25 and then on a mystery box here or there. And it was like, oh, okay, this is a pop I wouldn't collect, but this is cool. Like, that's how I got my first mystery box was a Funky Bot mystery box off of eBay, $25, and I got Clyde from the Hanna-Barbera series. And I think I got another pop in there that I already had, but I was like, okay, this is cool. I probably never would have found this one in the store, and it's not something that I had collection of, but I really like this pop, so maybe I'll keep collecting it. But I set myself a goal. I will not spend more than $50 on a mystery box. Very rare. On occasion, I've bought a $60 or maybe $75 mystery box, but I won't spend more than $50 on it. And I always, even Templar pops, I told them in the beginning, I'm like, I'll buy your boxes based on price point and what's in them. But if you have a box that's over $50, most likely I'm not going to buy it. It's not a personal thing. It's just, that's what my ceiling is. Because I'm trying to build up the collection of pops that I have that I want, and there's so many that I want. And you just see the lists come out. Now the Soprano pops are released, so they're coming out. But I have fun with the mystery boxes as well. So I try, like you said, walk that line thin. I try to balance it out. Get some mystery boxes, but mostly get the stuff that I'm going after, either through buying stuff through Whatnot or claim sales or, collections. Sometimes I do these raffles I try to win on, which that's those. Whew. if you have a gambling addiction, don't go to those things. But yeah, I feel like retail wise, we buy a lot of stuff through retail. I probably have 25 bags sitting behind me. But I do enjoy the mystery boxes. So
yeah, I think especially starting out and not knowing a lot about the Funko community and what was out there, that I would get these mystery boxes in it and I would find lines that I never knew existed.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, oh, well, that's cool. I wonder what else they got out here like that. And, you know, and then it kind of just expanded the search and kind of drew me into it more by starting with those. And now, you know, I'm kind of pulled away from those and trying to focus on just what it is that, you know, like the specifics that I'm collecting. But, you know, for just starting out, it's a great way. And you can get some really good pops at a really good price. And, you know, if you're careful with the boxes that you get and you don't get burned, you know, guaranteed boxes are really good for somebody who's starting out and just trying to see and learn what all's out there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say a lot of the mystery boxes I buy now are to support people in the community that I've gotten to know. So I'll buy their boxes, like Templar, Martin, or Brett. I bought the Geeky Mama Bear because she came into one of my Instagram lives and we chatted, and, you know, we talked a little bit behind the scenes about Funko and back and forth commenting on each other's posts. And then she did a mystery box and I was like, you know what, I'm going to show some support there. And that's where, because in the beginning it was like, I was buying Spastic mystery boxes, all these other companies that I had no idea what it was, getting a bunch of stuff. And it was cool to get some of the pops in there, but I mean, I was watching them put out box after box after box after box after box after box. And I'm like, I don't know, like, they don't need my 25, 30, 40, 50 bucks. I'd rather spend that on someone that's like me, trying to, you know, funnel money back into their channel and recycle that and get some money, buy some more pops, move it out. So I try to show support that way. Like we talked about Patreon too. Who was it today? Grown Kids TV just talked about their Patreon and said, like, they have 3 people and they've decided, and we've said the same thing when we did ours. We didn't want to get into that trap where the whole circle, everybody Patreons to each other, and we're just taking that same $5 bill and going, here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go, back to me. It's not that I don't want to support everybody's Patreon. It's that, where's that line? So like I said with Charles, like, I won't support your Patreon, but I will buy your Teespring stuff. So I'll buy your mugs. I'll buy t-shirts every month. I send money into, we bought 2 mugs so far. We're going to buy more. People probably get them in boxes as like AOKs and stuff like that. But that's my way of supporting that.
That's Rob's way of saying we have an obsession with mugs.
Well, that too.
If you saw how many mugs we have, like, if you come here, if you were invited to the wedding and you come to our house and we offer you coffee, one, just know that the coffee is from a local person that does like all of their roasting themselves in these tiny little roasters, and they sell it and it's amazing. Or you have like 100 cups to pick from.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like, it's insane.
Yeah, I have a mug addiction.
And I do too. So it doesn't.
What the gift for all the wedding party is, they get to take a cup home with them. So
I'm going to buy 100 Poppin Missouri mugs, and everybody's going to get one at the wedding.
I like what Mikey Vintage said a little bit ago with the addiction of the mystery box.
And put it in the filter.
Possibly.
I have water and everything in there.
These guys. Get that coffee in the filter, Rob.
I will. This is why I'm mute. No, because then she'll go to bed. You guys will remind me later, or Mitchie will remind me to turn the lights out again.
Exactly. Roll the windows up in the car, turn the lights out. Yeah.
I already did everything else. The only thing you have to do is put coffee in the coffee machine.
No.
I'm going to open a bunch of K-cups and just pour that in there. No one will ever be the wiser. You want to wake everybody up with a grinder? It's loud.
Then I'll do it.
I didn't say that.
I'm with
myself Starbucks in the morning. You'll be the one without coffee. I don't care at this point.
I'm with Mikey on this comment right here. The thrill of the unknown unboxing draws you in, and that's. Yeah. I'm 100% with you on that. But the reality is, what's my top grail, or what's Rob's top grail, or what's Charles or Danny's? I mean, you know how at $1,000 a month for content, you know how many Fred Flintstones I could own right now? All of them. How many unmasked Jasons could I have? Multiple. I gotta. So the reality is that, yeah, I mean, I think there needs to be some sort of balance between buying what you love and also satisfying that addiction for the mystery boxes, because I definitely do. I definitely have an addiction for the mystery boxes. I love the not knowing what I'm about to pull and pulling it and being ecstatic, or pulling all of the Vegetas that I don't want again.
But isn't that why these become popular? Because it's the same concept. Like, yeah, you know the pop that or the soda that's in it, but you don't know if it's the comet or the chase. It's that mystery. It's that thrill of like, it's just the comet. It's definitely the mystery of the unknown of what's in there. It's definitely
that's the biggest thing for me is I like a surprise, and that's the mystery boxes got me. And then when I was introduced to the sodas, it was like, I've said it before, it's like crack. I honestly, and this is bad to say, but if I go like 3 days without opening one of these, I can feel it. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I've got cases of them sitting back here, random, just to open, just so I don't, crash my car. So
yeah,
or you put a 2-minute video up where you're pulling a chase.
Yeah.
Jeremy, I think you said it once before that if you bought that your top grail, which is what the Fred Flintstone, like you'd have no reason to continue the channel because you have it. And I feel that on such a level, because I could easily go, I mean, not easily, but I could go and buy the Unmasked Jason if I really, but I don't want to, because then I feel like that's the pinnacle of the collection. Like if I ever get to the point where I say, okay, I'm going to pull back from all this and now I'm going to slow down, I'll get myself that, put that on the shelf and be happy with it. And then it'll slow down from there. But to me, like that's that thing that keeps me going with all this, like knowing that it's out there and I don't have it, but I really want it. And even though I could get it, I'm not going to, because then what am I doing? Yeah.
Well, Mother Earth Mafia said, well, why not buy what you love instead of buying mystery boxes and not getting the top hit? So the perfect example of that is I once bought I want this stuff mystery boxes. I bought 3 of them for, I believe it was Lippy the Lion or Hardy Har were the 2 top pulls, and the odds were great. So I bought 3, just keeping my fingers crossed. And that was the lesson I learned in that was, if I'd have spent the same money I bought this, or that I did to buy the 3 mystery boxes, I could have bought one of those 2. And that was kind of an eye-opening experience. Now, having said that, I still buy mystery boxes, A, because I love mystery boxes, and B, if the chance to pull something is what lures me to that mystery box. So I don't know. There's both. Maybe I should buy $500 worth of mystery boxes, and I should buy $500 worth of stuff that I actually want, which means once a month I could buy Fred, and then I could buy Pebbles, and then I could buy Bam Bam, and all the pieces that I'm missing. I could do that. But again, you get bogged down with I've got 2 videos a week. One of them's a box battle, so I got to buy 2 mystery boxes. And frankly, I don't know that anybody's tuning into Box Battle Tuesday to watch me open, $10 Grail or fails or $20, so we like to get decent boxes. So that's an expense there. And then I got an eat a mousetrap. I mean, but anyway, having the content 2 to 3 days a week, you just got to keep buying that stuff. And if you spend $500 on one pop, that's about 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks of your budget gone.
To answer the end of that part, financially, wouldn't that make sense? What would make more sense is not like your advice. Don't do it. Just don't buy them. Because financially, this doesn't make sense at all. Financially, put $1,000 away and have $3 million after 20 years.
Oh, facts. Absolutely.
That's the financials. Like this is not about like nobody goes, or I didn't go into this going, how do I financially make sense out of all this? I'm doing it for fun. I got one Funko as a gift, fell in love with them, wanted to buy a few more. Funko keeps making them. I keep buying them. And like I said, for me, it got boring just buying what I wanted. I wanted to add more to that. And that's where the mystery boxes like help mix that up a little bit. So I do still buy a lot of the stuff that I want, and I'll go find and chase. And there's fun with, getting to the store early and waiting there and trying to be the first one in, or like going on a pop hunt. But the mystery box at the same time adds some thrill to it. It's a little bit of danger. But I stick on the side of lower, like $50 or less mystery boxes. Now, I might buy 2 or 3 of them, but I'm not going to, I can't personally get myself to buy $100 to $300 mystery box. So yeah. Yeah. Financial sense, that doesn't account to any of this.
Yeah, Brian, I think that makes sense, but at the same time, I think I think there's a reason why everybody does mystery boxes on YouTube. That's what people tune in for. That's what people like to see. Now, having said that too, I mean, a large percentage of the pops, my favorite pops in my collection, all came from mystery boxes that I might not otherwise have. That I spent $40 on the box and I spent $70 on a box and pulled $100 Jimi Hendrix and John Lennon and Paul McCartney. Or 30 and pulled a black light. Yeah.
So Mother Earth said, wouldn't it make more sense to do a channel on mail call boxes? In my opinion, it would just be fun to watch a channel opening grails every time to add to their collection. I will tell you personally, I refuse to watch those channels that do that. There are certain channels that I support, I watch, I like some, but I don't watch them very often. When they're always opening boxes and pulling out these mega grails all the time, I find that boring to me. Like that to me that doesn't grab me. That's not fun. Like I want to watch the guy that's like buying a $50 mystery box and pulling $100 or a $25 mystery box and pulling out a $115 pop. And that to me is more exciting than watching someone buy a box for $200 and pull out a $210 pop and act surprised, like, oh, this pops are $200. Yeah, you bought a $200 box. So
I think it narrows your viewership too, because at the end of the day, if what you're into and you're buying your top grails is for, let's say, anime, and I don't watch anime, I'm probably not watching your channel. There's some great channels out there that focus on anime that I don't watch because I'm not an anime fan. But when you open mystery boxes, you're going to get all of it. You're going to get anime. You're going to get, movies, you're going to get TV moments, you're going to get Marvel, DC, you name it. You don't know until it opens. So it is that draw. So I think you're kind of narrowing your audience a little bit by doing a focused. If I did literally #2021 year Hanna-Barbera and only did Hanna-Barbera this year, we wouldn't have, the subscribers, the viewership that we have, because it's too narrowed in of a focus. And not everybody, I mean, hell, there's people I talk to that are like, what's Hanna-Barbera? I mean, there's still. So, so I like to keep it broad and keep the, I'll shake my tie and say I like to keep my portfolio diversified.
I think going back to that, I think a lot of people watch the mystery box videos. They're not going to buy the box themselves, but they want that thrill of opening it with us, possibly, and having that, maybe they can feel that through the video. I don't know. But I watch a lot of videos like on the edge of my seat, like your guys' videos, wanting to see what you got. I'm like, I've got the same box in the garage, but I want to see your video. So I think that's a lot of it, is people don't want to buy the boxes, can't buy the boxes financially, whatever it may be. So they kind of live those mystery boxes through us, through our channels, through other channels, whatever it may be. So
vicariously, 100%. I mean, I watch all the channels of the guys opening $1,000 mystery boxes. I watch every one of those videos, not because I want to rush out and buy $1,000 mystery box, but it's intriguing to me to see what they're going to pull. Is it going to be worth their investment? Or are they going to pull something that like, I mean, I see Luau do it all the time, and I enjoy watching his channel. But he'll pull it and be like, oh, this is a $680 pop. I already have one, but this will be on my next whatnot auction. So But I enjoy the big box, the high dollar box. but I'm not rushing out to buy them because I don't want to, you know, I don't know. I think Mitchie's right. I think there's a balance between financially responsible and quantity and all those things.
On that note, let's ask Randy what he's got to think about this. Randy, are you ready, buddy? All right, Randy from Mr. Madness Collectibles. Good evening, sir.
Here.
Hey.
Yeah, right here. All right. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Yes, man. First live, so bear with me.
Oh, you're doing great, man.
You're doing great so far. You showed up.
Yeah, beat Rob's record.
Rob was always late.
You were a little later than Rob, I will say.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But I was talking on mute, if that helps.
Yes. Randy,
go ahead.
I was just asking Randy what he was up to and if he's got any comments on this, on starting a YouTube channel and all that good stuff.
Oh Lord. When I started, I thought I was going to go all big, new cameras, new all this. Man, you ain't got to do all that. The phone works just as well.
Yep.
So it can get very expensive.
It gets very expensive quick before you realize it. Yes. Yeah. So, what have you got coming up on your anything new? Any more blacklight hits up for us, or you seem to be getting all of them lately?
I know, right? Man, I was so shocked on that one. I didn't even think it was in that box. I didn't realize he put in a picture, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Yeah, that was amazing. It was one of my top hits.
And pulling them at the same time. You got both that. I mean, that was crazy.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And Templar Pops was like a $200 box. That's the highest I've ever gone on a mystery box. And that was my one time. Did it because you could get that chance of that glow in the dark Ghost Rider, and bam, I pulled it. I was like, holy crap.
Love the plan comes together. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So we were just talking about this. I don't know if you heard us, but so if you had that $200 in your hand and you could go buy the Blacklight Ghost Rider or the mystery box with a chance, which one would you do?
Oh, mystery box. Yep. Because not only do you get the chance of that pop, you get other pops to go with it. And I'm still adding to my collection. So
we need to put a link in for Randy's channel.
Mad Hatter just did it, I think.
Awesome. Thanks, Mad Hatter.
Yeah,
Right.
I have easily spent $150 so far trying to find the Blacklight Hulk, which I could probably buy for $80. But it's the thrill, and I hate spending that much on one pop. And with all those mystery, Charles, I hate you. All right, everybody, hold up your Blacklight Hulks, right?
Look, I'm even wearing pants.
I keep watching all you dudes open them up, and I'm like, "Where's mine?"
He's beautiful.
Too funny, but like I mean,
Those could look different.
They do look different. I don't know if it was the camera or why is yours gray?
I don't know. I think it's just my camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You should send it to me, and I can tell you if it's actually gray or green.
It's green. It's green.
But no, I mean, I could have dropped $80 to $100 on the Blacklight Hulk, had it in my collection, and be done with it. But hey, I don't want to spend that much on one pop. Like, to me, if I'm buying the mystery boxes, like Randy said, you get other pops. I'm adding to my collection. So if I bought 5 mystery boxes trying to get the Blacklight Hulk, I haven't gotten the Blacklight Hulk, but I got 6 or 7 other pops, right? So instead of just one pop for that's pretty much the same money, and that's intriguing to me, and that's fun to me. So financially, in a sense, is it better or worse? I'm getting, again, this goes back, I'm getting quantity over the one pop that I want, but I'm still getting quality pops because mystery boxes most of the time are pretty well quality. So, and it's like Randy said, the chance. It's the chance for like whatever you gamble on. Everybody gambles or bets on something. Why watch a baseball game? Why bet on a baseball game or a football game? For the chance to win. Same thing.
Jim Pop said he just gave Ghost Rider away, and Mad Hatter says he needs him really badly.
I mean, the fun thing too is when you. The fun thing also is when you are able to pick something up that you have no idea is going to go, what value is going to do on it. For example, the Hulk or whatever. And you pick one up or you find one, or, I used to order 2 of everything because one might come in damaged. And then I would send one to somebody that I knew needed it at retail plus shipping. Same cost they would have gotten from buying it from Funko or wherever. And it's pretty cool to see when one of those that you've gotten along the way and passed on to somebody else skyrockets and goes through the roof, and you know that you helped them get that. That's always fun too. It makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Like the Blacklight Carnage, I've given up 3. I think I gave 3 Blacklight Carnages out. One was in a mystery box, but 2 were to people after I bought them. I finally let mine go, and it makes me real happy to know that they've done that and that those people have them now. So,
I mean,
that one is crazy.
When it comes to mystery boxes, I'm sitting here trying to think of like an equal comparison in other aspects, and I think what I just hit on in my head was hunting, right? Like you can go and spend a bunch of money on equipment and go spend hours and hours sitting out in a field trying to, hunt and maybe kill a deer and bring it home to have deer meat. Or you could just go to the supermarket and buy deer meat. Why do you hunt? Why do you go through all that nonsense? Why do you spend hours of freezing sitting in a tree? Because it's the thrill of it. It's the fun of it. It's the hobby. It's what you enjoy. It's what you do. It's much different than just going and buying what you want.
Yeah.
That's the only equal comparison that I can think of.
Yeah, and it works perfectly because there's a lot of people who don't. I mean, I wouldn't go hunting, not because I have anything against it. It's because I don't want to go sit outside and at 5 o'clock in the morning freezing my what off and doing all those things. I don't want to be, and 5 o'clock's probably really late. People are going to be like, dude, I go anyway. Other people might be like, why would I collect Funko? Like, that's not my thing either. So yeah, I mean, it is or why do I buy Mr. Rod? But it is about that personal reaction you get to it. What does it do for me, and how does it make me feel? And yeah, the chance at pulling something, to me, the gambler in me says that is more exciting than buying something outright. Although I don't think that's true about Fred. If I bought Fred outright, I think I'd be just as excited. But I'm not doing it. I'm doing it.
Yeah, I've got 3 boxes sitting over there that I have yet to open. I'm looking for a time to where I can just sit down and open them. And they're mystery boxes to me, but I didn't buy them as mystery boxes. They're Patreon gifts. They're AOKs that have come in, from people that I had picked whatever of these out to send directly to me. Jeremy, yours is one of them. That I'm excited to open that. So that's taking the place of the mystery boxes for me. Yeah. When those come in every month or 2 months or whatever, or if I buy, like I reached out to somebody and said, hey, you were going to do a raffle on this and it didn't come true. Do you want to sell those pops instead? So I get those in, it comes with something extra. I'm like, oh, hey, nice surprise there. So that's kind of how I'm getting my mystery box fix right now. But y'all are really making me want to get back into them.
But it's really cool because it's a great way to fill content in your channel and support others that you enjoy. So if there are channels out there that you love to watch and they have a Patreon tier of a monthly gift, and typically that's a mystery box, and then you get the content in because it's a mystery to you, and you're opening it and you're getting to shout out the channel that you love, that you were supporting in the first place. Supporting them in so many different ways. That is kind of a really cool way to do it. It's just hard to do that and buy mystery boxes and buy personal collection items and things like that. So it's it's multiple balls in the air, and you got to be real good at juggling.
And in doing it this way, there's no way I can do 2 videos a week like I used to do. Or like that was my goal at one point, was do every Tuesday and Thursday, have a new video out. But yeah, I can't do that. So now it's to, maybe 1 a week, maybe every other week, whatever. But again, that's how I've decided to change my channel to fit more of what I can afford to do.
Well, and that's a good point, though. Like the last video I did, I had 7 or 8 or 6 boxes from Charles. There's stuff that I bought, but some of them sat there for so long. By the time I opened them, they were a mystery. And like, I forget what I buy, and then I'm opening and going, I bought these. Oh, cool. Wait, oh God. Like, financially, none of this makes sense.
Right.
But yeah, so like,
you want to sell those?
I was laughing when you opened those up, Rob.
What's that?
I was laughing when you opened them up. I was like,
I was laughing, but at the same time, like, she's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a talking to after this video.
Yeah. I seen that knife and I was worried about you, man. I was like,
I'll tell you one thing, and this is a scary truth or a funny truth, or look at it any way you want. At the end of the day, all of us, probably all of us, including Danny, although I think maybe we can see them all, at least 4 of us, could take everything not on screen, package it up. I could have Mitchie put them all in boxes and various boxes, shuffle them up, and I could open them as mystery box content for the next 2 years and have content. I could not spend another dime, because anything off camera, nobody's seen in a year since I put it on the shelf.
I have things on shelves that when I move something, I'm like, I have this?
yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
And then I don't, like I said, I scan it when I actually put it on the shelf, but I don't know if you can see. No, you can't. Like I had, let me see if I can do an over-the-shoulder shot here. Those are all boxes. Wait, this way. Those are all boxes that I've opened, but over here, oh God, this is so hard. Ow. Yeah, down here. This is all stuff that I have not scanned yet and put on shelves, because like I've opened it and it's like, okay, and I start a stack back here. I got a stack over here. I got a stack up there. I don't know what the hell is there. I don't know what's there. And then I go to the store. I'm like, all right, Seinfeld. I want to get every Seinfeld pop. I bought a bunch, but I have no idea which ones I bought and don't have. So it's always a mystery to me. Always.
I go to look at the Deadpool and I'm like, oh man, I need to look through my phone and see if I have these or not. So I just end up passing on them. I'm like, I'll check later.
Yeah. I don't think I'll ever know exactly what I have in this collection.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the Hobby Lobby Funko app, I'd be the same way. But I look them up when I'm there, and it helps. So
2 weeks ago, literally, I think it was 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, I erased all of it and put all 600 of my pops back at 600 that I wanted, not including these, 600 back into Hobby DB. And I've already got countless that I've opened for mystery boxes and content that I continue to forget to register before I put them away. And now I feel like I'm back at square one. I don't know what I have. I don't know how many I have. I don't know what the values are. I don't know anything. So it makes me crazy. If you're not good at logging it when you open it, it's a train wreck.
Yeah. I'm pretty good about, if I'm going to for sure keep it, I put it in as soon as I'm done filming. I try to. Now, there's some of it that doesn't get, and then it gets put in the tote, an extra tote down the road, and I open it up. I'm like, well, why am I not keeping that?
I will say that I have not logged this.
Oh, what was that? What one was that one, Jeremy? Can you show me that?
I haven't logged it. It's this one here. You know, if you've seen that one, it's pretty cool.
Well, that was cool.
Back.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that. Yeah, that's. Is it like this one?
Yeah. Just like that one. Although different color.
Yeah, mine's a different color.
No, honestly, in all honesty, there's a very good.
Were you talking to me?
Yeah. In all honesty, there's a very good reason why I have not logged that one, because that one is not staying in my collection. And Rob, I just want to tell you right now, as a from Mitchie and I, and we need to find something for Paige, but as a wedding gift to you guys, that's coming your way. That'll be boxed up, but you're gonna have to help me with Paige and what she wants. And we're very, very happy for you guys. Very, very happy that you guys have each other and that you've chosen to spend your time this way, because we would have never had the opportunity to meet you. And it's been it's been amazing, and getting to know you. Love all you guys. But Rob, that's going to be from us to you, and help me out with Paige, because we got to get her something too.
I will, and you're just trying to cheat to get the Rob Cries bingo card. I know.
Yeah.
So. Good job. No, thank you. Honestly, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. I will definitely try to tap into. She's got a couple. So we'll talk about that. But no, yeah. Everything aside, what you said, like not getting to know any of you guys, that would be the biggest crime in not doing this channel. And that's, like I said, like I could say 1,000,001 reasons why I started this, but when I moved to Indiana and left PA, I've been up here, oh God, a year and like 2 months at this point. And I literally don't know anybody here that's not Paige's friends, because I mean, we were on lockdown for most of the time that I was here. Now that things are opening up, like I work from home, so I don't work in an office, so I don't have office things. And, you know, there isn't many other opportunities for a 45-year-old man to go out and do things to make a group of friends, right? Like, especially with a bad hip, I can't go back up to like the place and like play basketball again and make some basketball friends. And so one of the things when I said do this was, I wanted to be able to reach out and talk to other people in the community that have like interests. And I never thought it would amount to what it has. Far exceed. I just thought I'd be able to have like conversations here and there and back and forth with people and be like, oh yeah, I found this pop. Let me know if something's dropping at Hot Topic tomorrow. Give me a heads up. I did not realize it would turn into what it actually turned into. So it's been amazing. But yes, thank you. I don't. Yeah. I'm gonna look away before I get cried.
Enough said. No bingos. Charles, we got Charles's boxes checked.
Yep, I'm done. I'm out. I want to welcome Sassy Cajun. A couple more Slapshot Pops. Obi the Kid joined us tonight.
Yes.
Jumped in here. So thank you guys.
Hello, one. Hello.
Yes, thank you everybody. So, Nadia is giving you big hugs, Rob. So all the way from Canada.
Yeah. I think it's Randy, what part of the world are you living in?
I'm in Lexington, Kentucky.
Okay. It's to me, it's we often do things where we come across situations where like, what a small world that we live in, where we cross paths with somebody. But it's also weird to me at times when there are so many of us, like the three of us on top here, that live so close and still have not worked out a schedule to, I mean, it's crazy. So, but we've got to make that thing happen. And I would love to get out and do a little bit more traveling and run across. I would love to take the course of the channel differently and do more travel and meeting up with other content creators and doing things. I've seen some great videos that people have done. Sassy did one with Frog Prince, and I don't even remember who all was on that. But they were Nick, Jim Pops, everybody, and they all got together, and there was some those kind of videos are fantastic to me when people cross paths and document it and get to meet each other in real life, that kind of thing. So
Obi has a couple of those videos. He meets up with I think the Root Crew in one or two. And,
yeah, absolutely. Slapshot, absolutely.
Yep. I totally get it, guys. Never thought we'd be doing this either. But now I have friends all over the country that I can't wait to meet. Yeah, I love this community. And exactly, you know.
And it's
And he's there. Him and Joanna are one of the two biggest, along with Jeremy here. And of course, you know, Poppin Duo over there, Vince. They're one of the three that are major three that got me into this. Not got me into it, but helped me make that decision to finally just start.
Well,
And that's the biggest thing.
Yeah. It's so cool because we come across guys like I knew John before he had a YouTube channel. I didn't know anything other than he sold mystery boxes and I loved them and we always bought them. So like I didn't know what he looked like. I didn't know who he was. We chatted back and forth and then we got to know each other a little bit that way. And then he joins the YouTube ranks and he's kind of, if I was to model, if I was to be somebody who was thinking about starting a channel, I would look at Slapshot's channel and kind of model it after that, where it's not copy it, but where it's a unique idea. It's done differently than it's not. It's a unique, done differently idea than anyone else does. And his interaction and his engagement, both John and Joanna, and the way that they've done that and the way that they've promoted and the way that they've been a part of the community. I mean, that's what you should. They're generous, they're kind, they're helpful, and that can be said about other channels too. I'm just picking on them because they're here right now. Things definitely went downhill after the mystery boxes, Jeremy. No, they didn't.
Yeah, you can't forget his brother, Don Jarling there.
You betcha. But it's guys like that. And I think Vince and Gabby do a great job of it. And Mike and Lindsay do a great job of it. There's so many channels that are available. They do great content. And if you model yourself after their kind of thing, the success is out there. There's an audience for everyone. I did change my name back to LSAPC instead of Don't Do It, because as the night dragged on and we have these chats in these comments in the chat and we have these moments, it does remind me that aside from all of the expenses, aside from all of the background noise of it all, it is what it is. There are some amazing people in this community that we've gotten to know and would never have gotten to otherwise. So it's worth every dime spent, in my opinion. But I am going to start putting that money away because I want $3 million when I retire. Yeah, and Joanna. It's all Joanna, not John. My bad.
So now that we have Randy here, I think he's the one that hasn't answered. Randy, what made you start the YouTube channel? Like, why did you start doing the Funko channel?
Actually, it was you and Poppin, Missouri. I watched your all's YouTube and Grown TVs, and I was like, everybody was like, just do it. And I talked to you two guys, and y'all said, yeah, go for it, and I went for it. Man, not look back. So
yeah, I remember first seeing your video the one night, and like Paige said it in one of the private, like I think I laid in bed, she's trying to fall asleep, and she's yelling at me, and I went through like your first like 5 videos, and it was just so funny because it was like 2 bookcases, 3 bookcases, 4 bookcases. Yeah. I was like, there you go. And then I reached out to Charles. I was like, dude, you got to watch this guy's videos. I said, he's one of us. So,
yeah.
Like, watch this video, but then watch this video. And watch it go, poof, it explodes behind them.
Yeah, and most of them was signed Funko Pops that I was getting in mystery boxes. Because I was more of an autograph collector and things like that. But then once I got the Pops, I was like, man, these are pretty cool. So then I started watching channels in Pop in Missouri, and Who's Your Pop was the first 2 I watched, and Grown TV, and I just got hooked. It was like, yep, now I'm down the Pop.
Down the rabbit hole.
You don't do the sodas, right?
You're all starting to get me into that, but no, I barely got some, but yeah, especially Poppin, Missouri over there.
Yeah, YouTube videos got me excited about the sodas. I said it all the time. Like, I probably wouldn't have sodas if it wasn't for watching other videos open them. But man, Charles definitely drives more and more of it because I watch him every day. coming up on that live going, "Hey guys, just popping in, got a soda, let's see what we got. We'll do one now." This is my other Shang-Chi. Let's see if we can pull a chase. By the way, I hate this soda. This to me is the worst soda I think they've made officially. Not gonna look at it. Not gonna look at it. Everybody loves that sound.
Make it like a paint can.
Nope, no Sheen, just the common. Just the common. And now we'll do the famous.
Charles would have pulled the chase.
Yeah, I know.
Hey guys, just popping in. Thought I'd open a Rosie for you. Let's go. See what we got here.
Sideways.
Hold on a second.
I don't even have
These things financially don't make any sense. Is that a chase?
It's the common.
No.
No, it's the common.
I thought you were reaching behind you to grab the chase.
Yeah, I couldn't click the video off to get it real quick, so
Couldn't edit it real quick.
yeah.
Man, you do have quite the Rosie army. I
do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
that is for sure.
I'll be buying that chase off of Whatnot or Macari soon.
Charles, was there a giveaway on that channel that you did earlier?
Yeah. Let's do that right now.
I was gonna say, did you want to give the link one more time since we have some new people?
Get the link. Yep. I'll get the link one more time, guys. This is for OCD. Of course, you know me. They're a soda channel. It's a father-daughter
All of them.
duo.
He's going for all of them.
Father-daughter duo there. They open a lot of, like I said, sodas and also Mystery Grail and Epic. I've seen them open. So go check out their video. I think they're at 24 subscribers. We started at 11 or 13 tonight for them. So just hashtag Horsemen in there and see if we can get them to 25. We only need one more, and then we'll either give away Lloyd Christmas in the tux, or we'll give away this Rosie that I just opened. So, winner's choice. So,
just so you know, those were all empty.
They collect real quick every time I open these things.
those are all comments to the chases.
These were just this week's, and it's only Wednesday. Tuesday. It's only Tuesday,
man. Yeah,
it's sickening.
Rob,
Obi likes your shirt. So
I didn't get a Blacklight Hulk, but I did find this.
That's a sweet one. That's one of like the three that I have. I think I pulled that out of a Templar Pops box too. So I was super stoked about
I'm
that.
thinking I'm going to keep the T-shirt in the box for now, at least. But it's a sweet shirt. I'm very tempted to tear it open. And then I saw this.
Did you say Templar? Is that a Ric Flair?
Simon Ric Flair. Oh yeah.
Sweet.
Indestructible. Nice.
Yep. Go with the Wolverines.
Oh, Ryan, yeah, let's hope your soda gets there soon, but I don't know. It said a month, maybe 4 weeks. So
I just
is
said
that
one.
the soda that you gave away like a week or two ago?
a couple weeks ago, got it shipped off, but it's going to Scotland, so it said four weeks possibly.
Went to London, England last week, and it said 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So.
Canada just got my mystery box that I sent out. So.
That's good. I wonder if they've seen the Hitman pulled yet.
What's that?
I wonder if they saw that the hit was pulled yet.
Well, they pulled the Cara Dune, so they were pretty happy with that. Yeah, that was like the second.
Let's run
That's
this.
One thing about buying mystery boxes, if you watch other people's channels and you see them pull the top pop before you get to yours.
Yeah.
Or if they just outright tell you that when you bought the same boxes. My bad. Sorry about that, Rob.
Well, that's why. That's why I get
hey,
afraid when I watch Randy and I watch the Pop Sith, because if they bought the same box, I'm like,
I just couldn't wait to rub it in.
I know.
Hey, Jeremy, is that where you got this one?
Yeah, I already put mine away. I can't even go down that rabbit hole again. Yeah, that's the one.
I wish I could find my Rainbow Bright, damn it.
Yeah. For sure. We need to talk about that still.
Yeah, she's in here somewhere. I gotta. This weekend, Paige said she was gonna help me go through everything on the floor, get it all up on the shelves and stuff like that, and try to go through the closet. So I'm hoping I can find that. A couple of the anime pops that someone wanted to see, and I've got a Michael Scarn in here somewhere for Ginger Pops for like 2.5 months now. It got pushed into the stack and it's lost. I told me the other day, I'm like, it's here, I have it. Don't buy it. I got it for you. I think it's gone up in value too. So it's sitting there.
All right, let's do this giveaway. Quick.
Kenneth Bird's still here. Thank you, Kenneth.
Hey, Kenneth.
Thank you, Kenneth. All right. So looks like we have. Can everybody see that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Looks like we have 12 comments. Like I said, you'll either get the Dumb and Dumber Lloyd Christmas in Tux or the Rosie or Common Soda. So let's see who we got.
Chase. Oh, if my name.
DPJ. Horsemen sent me. We'll check out your channel. Well, thank you, DPJ, for sure.
DPJ. And Obi, yes, you play along. You are definitely in the cool kid club with the Blacklight Carnage.
Yes.
Another one I don't have.
Well, for what it's worth, I don't have any of them except that Hulk. I do have 2 that I'm selling, Rogue and Wolverine, but I don't have any of the Blacklight.
I did pull this one, and this one's pretty cool too. So I'm not disappointed with having this one.
Yeah.
That's a cool one.
I have a Blacklight Gambit that I won from Last Catch 'em. That's the only other Blacklight that I have.
I have the 3 DC ones: the Joker, Batman, and Harley. Randy's partly to thank for that. Which, sir, I hope you see how often this thing gets used, man. This is like the.
I do.
Literally every time we either on camera or when we're done shooting, I'm like, look, turn the light out. What am I looking at? Oh, that close. Look at that.
You literally everything you pick up, you're like,
no. I do. I'm so obsessed. I'm so obsessed with it because I love that they glow. And it, like, in my mind, I get mad because I'm like, everybody goes crazy for the blacklight pops, but there's so many of them that aren't blacklight pops that do the same exact thing.
so many that do. I mean, that a lot of the flocked ones do, a lot of the diamond editions do, a lot of the just general pops. They're great.
Just depends on their color. Yeah. White, yellow.
The Scooby-Doo Witch Doctor is probably one of the best non-blacklight pops that you can find, or that I've seen in my collection.
I might have to check that one out.
Check it out. Oh my god, it's amazing. Amazing.
Good stuff.
Nadia said her first was Blacklight Iron Man. It was an A-OK. So Obi said, what about the glow-in-the-dark anti-venomized Red Hulk? We're all speechless. I don't know.
So I know the glow-in-the-dark Red Hulk that just came out. That thing is incredible. But is it anti-venom? I don't know. I don't know anything about Marvel, so I'm the wrong guy to ask. Other than it is a killer pop. It looks really cool.
Right. Well, we've been going for over 2 hours, so I'm sure everyone's got to work tomorrow. Let's go around the horn. What do we got coming up on our channels? What do we got coming up in life in general? And thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone who came out tonight. DPJ, get a hold of me on Instagram. Let me know which one you want and your address, please. So, Jeremy, you want to go first?
We've got stuff coming out. We're going to be doing our Tuesdays and Thursdays and Sunday night lives. We'll be back next week. And I don't know, we're doing our drawing for the 800 subscriber giveaway that we just did on last week's Box Battle Tuesday. So if you want to enter into that, get her done. And I don't know, we're just going to try to continue to put this content out, but we might reevaluate a little bit as to how we, after all of this math, we might adjust a little bit and figure out some new strategies. Having said that, I will be putting $1,000 a month into savings, mutual funds specifically. At a decent growth rate, I should have about little over $2 million in 25, 30 years. Anyway.
No, that's the Horsemen savings account that we all are in, right? You're going to drop that?
Absolutely. Yeah. I do want to do some things. We are going to do some more giveaways. We're going to do some possibly a mystery box run, but possibly not. We are listing all of our stuff that's going to be for sale. We started with a short list, but we are now selling on Whatnot. It's under Jeremy LSAPC currently because for whatever reason you can't put Let's Start a Pop Collection. It was the worst decision I ever made to name our channel Let's Start a Pop, whatever. So Jeremy LSAPC over on Whatnot. We're selling all of our excess pops. Go check it out. You might find something you like.
You got some good ones up there already.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I got it, Mitzi. I got it.
How about you, Danny?
Said I've got 3 boxes over there I need to open. Get a video up on those. They're Patreon gifts and AOKs and I'm not sure what all, but just that and hanging out with you guys.
Real quick, Ryan says, want to say thanks for making me a mod. I feel so much at home with the Horsemen. So I don't know where that dude came from, but all of a sudden he is here and he comments on all my videos, probably all your guys' videos. It's amazing. He came out of left field, totally.
He's got a great channel, guys. Go check him out if you haven't. So
yeah, I just checked him out. It's a cool channel.
Yeah, we definitely. I'll do a one of these. Maybe Sundays live. We'll do a giveaway and link it to his channel because he deserves a shout out on that and some credit. So, yeah, it's been great having him here.
Rob, go make the coffee.
That's yeah. I got coffee to make. I've got other chores. No, just I got a bunch of boxes lined up. I think I have Jeremy's box, which I'm super excited to open. So I'm probably going to be my next video will be Jeremy's box, and then I have 2 boxes coming from Mikey Vintage, so I'm super excited about those. Bunch of other mystery boxes out there. I have a box that I got like 2 days ago. I have no idea what's in it, what it's for. I know who it's from, but I don't know why. So I'm kind of confused about that. And I even went back to look through their Instagram to see if they had like a mystery box sale that I might have bought, but I don't know why I have it. So yeah, just, some of that. And then of course the Tuesday nights. I look forward to these Tuesday nights because I enjoy these roundtables and the discussions and stuff. So I always leave, and then like the next 2 days, I think about everything that everybody's talked about in here, and it definitely like helps me like focus on this and what we're doing. So I really enjoy it, and I love talking to people that are all over. Like you said, Charles, man, like a guy like Ryan like showed up and was like, "Hey, dude, I'm here. What are you guys now? I'm hanging out with you guys. I'm here all the time," and it's just great to like just get to know more and more people. And I'm super. Wait, where is it? This way. I'm super glad Randy was able to. Do I have it? Yeah. I'm super glad that, Randy, that you were able to join us tonight. That's awesome. Finally got you here. We've been trying to get you here for weeks, so that's cool.
Yes, congratulations, Randy.
Thank you.
Yeah, when we all start drinking and have to cheers, I don't know how those guys I don't know how they do that.
You just kind of go.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm in, I can get it done, but if I'm in one of your spots, I'm out. I'm out. Yeah.
All you see is an arm go. Whoop. What
Yeah.
How about you, Randy? What do you got coming up?
I've got a Templar pop, not this new one that came out, but the one before to open up, and gem pops. Yeah, I'm opening up them two together. So yeah.
So amazing boxes.
Yeah.
Randy's going to open his third 5-piece Fraggle Rock set.
You do, let me know.
Yes, for sure.
Yes.
That was one of the best. He's like, oh, the top hit, the Fraggle Rock. Wait, let me get mine. Everybody who bought that box went, Jesus!
Yeah. As soon as he said that, I was like, oh, man. And I looked over and the box is sitting there. I'm like, well, I know there's no Fraggle Rock in there.
Too funny. Zach, yes, I am. I would appreciate your vote. I don't know what I'm running for yet, but just in case.
Dog catcher, probably, yeah.
Probably dog catcher. Yeah.
Now, Randy, you don't only do Funko mystery boxes. You also do the BAM boxes and stuff, right?
Yes.
All that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Do Zobi, BAM. I got a monthly subscription with them. So yeah.
I want to get into those boxes, but I feel like that's just a whole other rabbit hole of subscriptions and money. And
It is. It is.
My way around that is Templar's loot boxes, because I feel like you pull out all the parts out of that. And I didn't know that you were into the autographed pictures until you showed a couple off. And whenever you're like, who's your papa like this? I'm always like, yes, dude, I do. I love it.
Yeah.
Like I had a buddy back in PA, and he would go to all the cons, was a big horror fan. Like he collects pops too, but literally just horror pops. He has nothing else but horror pops. And he spends ridiculous money on them and goes to the cons and gets them signed. But the pictures, like those signed pictures, he had all his upstairs hallway, his bedroom, a book in his closet, stacks of pictures and frames. Same thing, all signed, and like a lot of them were firsthand that he was there and he met the people. So he's got a couple of like signatures on his body that he would then tattoo over the signature. He's had people like Danielle Harris and Sid Haig, who played Captain Spaulding, actually left outgoing voicemail messages on his phone. So like you would call my buddy's phone and you would get like Danielle Harris from Halloween or Sid Haig from like, hey, this is Brandon's phone. He's not here. And it's like, oh man, that's so cool. So jealous. So when I saw that you did that, I was like, dude, I knew I liked this dude for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what mostly my autographs was horror, but man, they don't make that many horror pops. So it's hard to collect them.
That I agree with that 100%. That's my biggest gripe about it. There's so many horror pops that they could make and they haven't gone down it. And I mean, God, I would kill for some Wrong Turn pops at this point.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I apologize, guys. I'm over here setting up my staff for my political run. We've got
Well, the way you're in the middle in a suit, you look like it.
Mitzi is calling me first lady. I was like, whoa, easy. Slow down, Tiger. We're not even married here.
Ryan will be UK representative.
Ryan is definitely our oh gosh, I can't run for political office because I can't.
Secretary of State.
One of our diplomats over in Scotland, absolutely.
I just keep waiting for Jeremy to say yes, Your Honor.
I know, right? That's like the first time we ever did this, and our you said, I think Rob, you said it looks like our 3 mugshots and our attorney.
3 convicts and their attorney, man. That's what that first shot was like.
and DPJ's correct. But wait, Jim Pops owns Jeremy. Yes, but behind every political figure, there's somebody pulling the strings. So that's read Nick.
No doubt about that. So.
I don't even think I could be president of the Funko fan club at this point. So
count to 2, you can do it. So
you bet. I do look forward to this night every week. I really do. And it feels like every week we just get a little bit more fine-tuned and it gets a little bit more fun. We have a little bit more open up, and I try not to dominate the conversation, even though I'm horrible about that stuff. So I apologize if I talk too much, but I just love being here with you guys.
As long as I get my bingo card, we're all good. So.
What about you, Charles? What do you got coming up, my friend? I need to buy more of your stuff.
Yeah, I got a Martin Pops box, like 8 Templar Pops boxes. He accused me of not buying from him or opening his boxes when he told me he was going to send me $3 gray or commons. So, no, I've got a bunch of those. I just ordered some sodas for Whatnot. They're supposed to be here Thursday, so I hope they get here. We do not have a Whatnot auction scheduled, but we are doing Whatnot auctions now. So if you don't follow us, go over there to Whatnot. Follow us on Poppin Missouri. We like to have fun. I try to get you the best deal possible. So I do want to announce. Go ahead.
So I think you're contractually obligated to mention Whatnot at least 3 more times.
Yes, I've got a tally sheet here. Yeah, 3 more. Yes. On our Whatnot auctions this month. No, in all reality, in all honesty, to be totally serious here, this month was Tunnel to Towers Foundation, our charity for the month. This month we were able to donate $175. And that was only because of the Whatnot auctions, this community, you guys, everybody. Thank you very much for that. We'll be doing that donation on Thursday, on the 1st. We have not decided what our July is going to be yet, but I'm flabbergasted when I look at the number, because if it wasn't for this, I couldn't do that much. I would still donate something, but there's no way I could donate that much. So I'm floored by that number, and my goal is to have that number grow every month to, higher and higher and higher. And $175 is going to be a drop in a bucket to that foundation. But if it helps one individual, my life's complete. So that's the way I look at it. If you don't know what Tunnel to the Towers is, please look it up. It's the letter T, the number 2, T.org. A great organization. So, awesome. Other than that, we just mystery boxes, open some sodas, hang out with you guys on Tuesdays. I love Tuesday nights. So,
yeah,
I'm gonna go make the coffee. So,
yeah. Thank you all for letting me come, and hopefully I can come to some more Tuesdays. This was fun. Sorry I was late, but this was cool.
We totally understand, man. Technology sometimes it's
great having you. And I saw a request that we need to let Danny speak more next week. So
I'm good.
You got to choose the topic, and you're gonna that's all you.
And there again, if anybody has any idea for topics, message one of us on Instagram or throw it on our page or something like that. Put it in a comment on a video, whatever. We usually try to come in with a topic and then we go way off topic and then we come back. So
full circle. Full circle.
James Bashirs, I'm not sure if I said hello to you, but hello. So
yes, James, hello. And much love from all of us here to you guys.
For sure. For sure.
Nick
guys
needs to say it in the comments. She knows what I'm saying.
I know.
Oh, I can't talk about beard oils.
Beard oils. I don't know. Is Mitchie
Yeah,
still here?
Randy,
I don't know. She might have said goodnight. Did she say goodnight? Yeah.
Everyone have a great evening. Fantastic live. Don't forget coffee.
Yep. She's
Well,
not
guys.
else gonna have to say it.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think it's Rob's turn this week. So thank you guys for coming out. And
See you in the next one.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
will.
we will. On the